One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome to Ahman Green Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green. I hope you're doing very well on this Wednesday hump day, May 1st. I say shout out to my great nephew, Sincere Thomas, or he goes by Saint Thomas now. Happy birthday, Saint. And he's down. He just went into the transfer portal, and he's out at USC now with the USC squad, and they are now part of the Big Ten. So I will be able to get to see him play coming to Lincoln this year in the fall for basketball hoops. So I'm super excited to hear about that. His mom, Tara, just notified me through group text that I already knew he was going in the portal or maybe going to the NBA, but then he decided to go to the portal, stay in school, and ball out on the west side, on the west coast, on the left coast. What's good, Brian, there on Twitch? Hey, what's up, Polar Bear? Man, how you doing? I didn't even know you could watch this on X. That's awesome. Yes, indeed, Polar Bear. What's good? What's good with you, man? And so I'm super excited. Good show for you today. And let me turn that off. But got a good show for you. So, super fun out in Detroit for myself. I went to the draft, the NFL draft, as it started rotating between cities of the NFL since probably almost 7-8 years now, maybe longer. And so I remember going to my first one in Chicago. That was a pretty cool event. My wife was from Chicago, so we had a chance to kind of go to her town, hang out, and see all the festivities that happen on at a Super Bowl weekend, but it's capsulized to now being into the draft, or it changes, morphs into something different, but it's still an NFL sanctioned event where they do it the right way. So downtown Detroit was all dressed in Detroit form, from the Lions, the team colors. But then the cool thing about draft is NFL, they pay homage to the older players, to the Hall of Fame players, and to each and every all 32 teams in the city. So the city is draped with, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, Houston Texans, Patriots, Rams, Chargers, Seahawks. All 32 teams have something going on in a space in the city when they run an event there. So they do not, obviously, price is not an object for the NFL, so they could show out, rent out, and just do fantastic events out there. What's up, Omni Prime? How you doing? I hope everything's well for you as well. And so, Detroit was out there. It looked great. The fans showed up, of course. They had big screens on every other block on this one stretch of street in downtown Detroit, where the street that went to where you saw the draft picks get picked. So that street had like 20 by 20 foot. So smaller screens put together to make a 20 by 20 foot TV screen too. So you could see everything, see the draft pick, see the interview after they got picked and what their reaction was, what the fans' reaction, because the camera would flick back to the fans. So man, it was just done right. I thought it was a fantastic idea years ago when the NFL started rotating the events, because then now every NFL team gets to, put on a show. And Detroit did. They showed up. They had Eminem was rocking. He wasn't there in person, but his music was playing all day long for the 2 days I was there. And so, of course, it was like he's Detroit all day, and other rock stars as well, and singers from the Detroit area was being played all over the place. So it was that, and I was also there to shoutcast Madden and Super Smash Brothers Ultimate with the RallyCry Production Crew. I met up with them in Detroit. I worked with them at Super Bowl and Pro Bowl this past year, so they got a nice little connection going on there with my friends at RallyCry, Mertz and Adam and Evan and Martin, to name a few. I know it's a few other. I know I missed a few, but I know who you are. So hanging out with them and watch some players, Daniel and Christian, duke it out in Madden. And Daniel became the champion, and he went to Clark University. He goes to Clark University, and so he is the Madden champion for this collegiate series that RallyCry put on. And then the next game was Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and that was between Michigan State and Oakland University. So it was the Oakland University that upset Kentucky just recently in the national basketball, NCAA basketball tournament. But they're located in, I believe, either between Iowa and somewhere in the Midwest, and not the Oakland, California, not that Oakland. Everybody was confusing the heck out of me, saying, "Oh, it's Oakland, California," and I'm like, I don't know, but maybe so. So the draft was fun. Now I'm back wrapping up the school year. We got a few more weeks, literally 2 this week. We got about, let's see, today's Wednesday. So Wednesday's over for me. So Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday next week. 7 days. So Thursday, Friday this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. School's over. 7 days. I'm counting the days down. 7 days and school is over. Here in Lincoln. Well, we got school won't be over officially. It'll just be finals the next week. It'll be like a dead week. Next week is dead week, and then a finals week, and then graduations from all the schools, the main university, law school, business school, engineering, arts and sciences, and all that. It's going to be getting their diplomas. So I hope everyone has had a fantastic week as well. If you went onto my social media, you definitely saw my photo dump, because I'm a lazy poster. In terms of social media, I get so lazy where I'm trying to post every day, and sometimes the days just catch up with me, And so I did a photo dump. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see my photo dump probably got 25. I think the most photos you can post and videos on there together is 25 on Instagram. So if you go on my Instagram right now, follow, share, you can see everything I've done from like April, the first week of April, to the last day of April, which was a lot. My April was full. I was in Florida. I was in Ohio. I was parts of Nebraska recruiting players at the high school esports championship. So I had a busy April. May will be a little bit busy. I know June is super busy. What's up, Fire Eagle? And I'm in process doing well, just trying to get an eligibility check with the school's enrollment management and incoming freshmen for the fall A. That's what we got to do as coaches. So I was at the Nebraska High School Esports State Championship, Spring Championship, and to watch Fortnite being competed in, League of Legends, and Rocket League, and I think that's Super Smash Brothers. So got a lot of information there, got a lot of students signed up, got their information so we could send them information as well. So super excited about that, to get more recruits in and getting our facility come fall. This is the dream. One of my biggest goals to be a director, head coach of esports is getting our esports facility for the students that have been competing and created this program since 2018, and also more scholarship, more money, so we could get full ride scholarships. Those are my first 2 goals in my whole job as being an esports coach. So I said I saw that. So where does that go down? So that happened. The high school esports state was at Concordia, and here in Nebraska, I don't know about in Texas, but I know they rotated everywhere all over the state, mostly east side of the state. So Doane University, Wayne State, Concordia is where it was at this year. So shout out to Ryan Rhines, who organized it, who was the caster or the announcer, letting everybody know what games were coming up. And I know he's a part of the sponsorship board, but I believe he's stepping down from that. But shout out to Ryan and his crew at Concordia. Fantastic job there in Seward, Wisconsin, which is basically 30 minutes northwest of Lincoln, Nebraska. So a hop, skip, and a jump over. But last week too, I don't know if you remember, if you saw my dump, you'll see a video of the funnel cloud. If you heard, Nebraska got hit, Iowa, Nebraska, parts of Kansas, I think Oklahoma got hit with a supercell of thunderstorms last Friday, which was day 1 of the Nebraska Esports High School Spring Championships. And so I took a photo or video of a funnel cloud. I haven't never seen one like come from the sky and then hit the ground and do its damage, unfortunately. But we had tornadoes hit here in Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, and western Iowa, and parts of Kansas, I think all the way down to Oklahoma, and maybe even to Texas and maybe Arkansas. But I know up here, no lives were lost, which was fantastic. Just homes changed and destroyed. So insurance will take care of that. But the biggest thing is no casualties from the tornadoes here from Mother Nature, what they brought in last Friday. So on that note, let's get on to the read of the day for my great sponsors at Sly. So Polar Bear, if you're listening, if you're still in the chat, you should have a case of Sly coming to your house. That is our gift to our special guests that come in and do the show. We're going to send out, it's a variety pack, so you get to taste the Sly Boost, the Sly Chill. Play is the essential part of life, whether it's digital or outdoors. Exploring your world is fun. Keep the good times rolling and support your play with Sly Boost, Sly Chill, and Sly Dream. So remember, as a gamer and as a streamer, explore. All right. So let's get on to the first segment. We got quick hitting news bites coming at you here. And so I got a fun story here. It's y'all gonna like this one. Y'all gonna. All right, let me get this on the screen here. And yes, you are reading that correctly. Let's pull it up a little bit. I see how they got a character I say enroll for this story. So read the headline. Yes, that headline is correct. Priest allegedly spent $40,000 on Candy Crush using church's credit card. And this is by way of Kotaku and Zach Zinwiesen says here, a Catholic priest in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, allegedly used a church credit card. All right, church credit card to spend over $40,000 on power-ups in mobile games of Mario Kart Tour and Candy Crush over a 3-year span. So as reported, the Philadelphia Inquirer on April 25th, Reverend Lawrence Kozak, 51 years old, was charged with theft and other related crimes, according to an affidavit, probably caused for his arrest. So he has since been released after posting a $250,000 bond or bail, and his attorney is reviewing all the charges as we speak. So, according to investigators, an accountant working at Kozak's church discovered an astronomical amount of Apple transactions on the church's credit card statements while reviewing its financials in 2022. The purchases reportedly began September 19th, shortly after Reverend Kozak joined the parish, ended in July of 2022. So allegedly, the Apple ID that purchased content in mobile games like Candy Crush and Mario Kart Tour was registered to Kozak. So detectives also discovered that an Amazon account was connected to the priest and had used church funds to purchase items like a Fire tablet for Kozak's goddaughter. And then also the gifts was included a note that was signed by Uncle Larry. So Lawrence Larry, there you go. So more implications there of him spending money. So other records show that Kozak had at one point used his personal bank account to pay $10,000 off of the church's credit card bill. So trying to, cover up his unfortunate mistake here. And then Kozak was interviewed by police in 2022. And in this interview, detectives reportedly interviewed Kozak in 2022, and the priest reportedly told them that he was seeking out counseling for his mobile addiction. He clarified with the investigators that he had not spent money on gambling, but instead spent thousands of dollars on items to power up and gain advantage in various app games. So Kozak allegedly denied intentionally using the church credit card for in-app purchases, of course, so claiming that the card was already connected to his account and phone to pay church authorized bills. But he did tell detectives that it was possible he had accidentally used church funds to buy in-game power-ups, saying he wasn't a details guy and that he was sorry he had let it get to that point. So $40,000, that's a long point. Wow. So the priest was removed, of course, from his position at the church in November of 2022 after an internal investigation into Kozak's spending revealed his gaming addiction and the use of church funds. So after he was removed, he sent a sent a check for $8,000 labeled parish reimbursement. So he's making up for the mistake here. So Kozak reportedly apologized to the new priest for his mistake and planned to pay back the church all the money he owed. So, man, when I first heard about this, when I first saw this and reading this, I was like, okay, this gets real interesting now. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm glad he obviously he apologized and he owned up right away, and to then have the no and the I say the morals to say, hey, well, he's a priest, he should have those morals to say, hey, I'll pay for the damage. But you see here, just a lesson learned, right? For anybody out there, when a priest can get addicted to something, then there's a lot of stuff out there going in the world. So no harm, no foul, I say. But because I said he learned his lesson, he's paid for it, he's apologized. But just a crazy story out there. Just to read the headline there, that definitely one of those clickbait ones. But this is not a clickbait one. This is one that has some depth. You guys in the chat, I don't know what your thoughts are on this. I hear Omni Prime says microtransactions are a mistake, true, and loot boxes that can be yeah. I remember when Fortnite started doing its Call of Duty, and now my favorite shooter, Halo Infinite, is now a part of microtransactions. And even Madden, EA has been doing it since they put in Madden Ultimate Team and FIFA in FUT, FIFA Ultimate Team too. So where you got to purchase cards and compete to try to win. And so it does, if you have that competitiveness in you, which I believe we all do as human beings, but you don't know how to govern that. And this is the case where, unfortunately, for the priest, for that gentleman Kozak, he did not govern that, where he controlled the habit of doing it, and it got out of control. And it's $40,000 out of control. I mean, we've seen this happen with kids using mom and dad's credit card and wrapping up with their kids. So you say, okay, it's a kid, they don't know what they're doing, or they do, but they don't realize the implications of these charges. But now when you have a grown person that's also a priest, it just shows that, hey, everybody's obviously human, make mistakes. But the biggest thing I like to see is he's getting counseled for his addiction, and two, he's going to pay all the money back. So Mr. Kozak there, like I said, hang in there. Hope everything goes well in your recovery and getting out of the addiction. Hope you could probably get to a point where you can still play your games, because for me, playing video games is kind of my sometimes my release from a hard work day, a hard day of stress or whatever at school, or even when I was playing. My favorite go-to games to deal with some of the stresses when I was on the football field was to come play RPGs, come in and get going to put myself in another world. I would play the crazy fun games like GTA or Hitman, and playing in those games. God of War was another one that I played all through those games. When I finished my career, and I had a weekend where I just played all the God of Wars and beat them all in like a 3-day from Friday to Sunday. And I stayed in one of my kids' bedrooms because all the kids were out the house at the time, and I was able to knock it all out. So, it's just hopefully he continues to heal and get everything he needs. So it's Omni Prime says silver lining for sure. Hope he can get into recovery and enjoy gaming again. There's not many games left without MTX, microtransactions, natively built in at launch. Very true. And so hopefully he can heal up and get going from there. So, all right. Moving on to doing all right. What's up, Bear Fan? Hey, yeah, Bear Fan. Also, I don't know if we talked, but since we had Tommy Pham, I got on, like, they got the gear. If you go over to Fight for Rare on Instagram, they have this hat, and they have T-shirts and everything of. I'm sorry, oops, flip the screens around. A young Raiden, his son, and you read about, you learn about, you go there to the Instagram page called Fight for Rare, and you could go to Jaden or Raiden's journey. I believe it's Raiden_journey on Instagram, and follow them, like and subscribe, and you can see the story that's being told by Tommy and his wife, what they go through on a daily basis, taking care of Raiden and their daughter Jordan. So Go there, follow, support. I've supported. I bought the hat. I bought all the T-shirts. The only thing I didn't buy was the hoodie. I think it was a hoodie, but I didn't buy that because it's summertime. But down in Texas, and I won't be able to wear it because it's gonna be like 100 degrees literally every day, along with 90% humidity. So, Omniprime says the storms. Oh, back at the storms. Storms looked wild. Yes, they did. He said, "Oh, way past cool. Way past cool." He says we host ours. In our curriculum, the YouTube VOD should be up for the New Mexico State Championship. Oh, okay, got you. All right, so our college does live production and can be contracted. Nice. And that's where I want to get University of Nebraska on that level too. We have a good social media team. We have a great production crew. Liv and Michael, just name a few, and Jay. They do a fantastic job of capturing content for Nebraska esports and getting it out there, and then all the students involved, because this whole club it's a team effort to get that quality and to get all our information content out there. So, all right, and we got my man under here says listening to coach at work before I break out at the office another hour. Okay, and I got a few events too. I'll mention for my class Intro to Esports, and I will. Three of them are, I say, for everybody in Lincoln, Nebraska to attend. So adults can attend, but two of them are at local high school. So really just high school kids can join. I'll talk about them and I'll try to post them. I should have had them on here. Should have been ready. Should have thought ahead. Didn't get home. I started the show late, so I'll get that information out. But I know one this weekend at the Bay. It's a place called the Bay, just on the northeast side of campus, and they're doing a Super Smash Brothers tournament this Friday. Doors open at 6 Lincoln, Nebraska, or Omaha, Nebraska, and you are a Smash player. It's a $10 entry fee, and if you have a setup is a monitor or TV monitor, a Nintendo Switch, and a GameCube adapter, a Nintendo GameCube adapter for your controller, you get $5 on your entry fee pay there. So that's this Friday at the Bay or Bay High, just northeast of campus. And then next week, I'll be able to talk more about next week. So next Wednesday, it's the Nebraska Esports. We're doing a tournament for Overcooked 2. So it's going to be interesting. There is a competitive mode in there. So Eric Dundas and his teammates of the group in my class are planning that. Actually, I think I could pull that up. I'll try to pull it up by the end of the show to show everybody. But I'm going to continue with the show and then search it up then. Let me see if I could get to it. Where can I drive it up here real quick? I'll look for it here. Let's go to Outlook. There it is. Boom, boom. If I could find it, and I'll pull it up now. Oh, here we go. Boom. I will share this on my screen so you can see the next one, next weekend, Nebraska Esports event. What does it say? Overlook. There we go. Oh, not that one. Oh, there's two of them. Where is it? There we go. Boom. There it is. Boom. Share it. There it is, right there. May 8th, here at on campus at the Anderson Hall. Second floor studio, the Lauren Marin studio. And so there's the time. There's the date, 6 p.m. The location is going to be at Anderson Hall, so 200 Anderson Hall in the Lincoln, right off of campus there. And it says, if you're interested in participating, please fill out the form linked in the post. So this will be in the social media, but here's the information. I'm letting you know where it is. We'll get it. If you're in Nebraska, you in the chat, let me know if you want to be a part of this event here. So that's one of many events. And I'll see if I can pull up another event for my students here. Drop that off. And I have a couple other ones to pull up here. And I believe this will be one of the high school ones that is only for high school students. So just make that aware. Here we go. Boom. Share that real quick. And this one is at Lincoln High School. So we have two ones that will be at local high schools. So obviously high school students only for sign up to come on the site, obviously, because you're at a high school, can't have a whole bunch of adults laying around. So, or around, it's just obviously not the way to do it. So this event next Thursday on May 9th starts at 3:30. It's going to be Super Smash Brothers tournament round robin as it reads there. Open to all local high school students in the Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha area, Gretna, Waverly, wherever. Sponsored by Cane's and Insomnia, Cane's Chicken Fingers. So shout out to my man. Name is Chips. It'll pop in my head. And Insomnia Cookies. You can scan the QR code, get your registration signed up there. That is great. So fantastic job to my Lincoln High group that is planning this. So in my class, the students are planning out these events. This is a part of their final. So there's no final test where you got to sit down and circle or fill in the circles. In my class, you got work. You got to get up, plan an event, get sponsors, get a registration, have a bracket, and then we're going to do this for the final group, for the group final. So yes, thank you, Omni Prime. This is something I've been wanting to do. It's been slowly getting there. First semester was just hypothetical events. Second semester, again, hypothetical. But then this year, I got ahead of the schedule. I reached out to the high schools. I reached out to the venues. Sports Kinetic, that's just here off of Westo in not North Omaha, in Lincoln, excuse me, and the Bay or Bay High, and then the other one just being on campus with the Nebraska Esports Club program running the event for our students. So the details, I say the grading points is going to be one, they have promotion. This is their flyer. They have a QR code. Two, were able to get sponsors. They were able to get sponsors. That's part of the grading and the organization, of the group. Everybody in the group had to be aware of their event. So it was 5-6 people in each group. Everybody, we did a soft presentation just last week where everybody had to describe their role and what they were doing as part of the team. And then also what the worst thing they learned by planning out something, and what was the easiest thing or the hardest thing. It was the hardest thing, and then the worst thing that they didn't like, so they explained, what was easy about planning this event or what was hard about planning this event. So that's what they get out of this project here. And I love it because, like I said, they get their hands dirty. They get in the mix, have some fun, and plan out an esports tournament. And some kids may not ever do this again. They might just do it at the college level and then move on to sports information at the pro level or the college level, but traditional sports, not esports. But if they ever have the opportunity to do an esports events, they can always reference back to being in college during 2023 and 2024, taking intro to esports and be able to manage and plan out an event, esports event or any event from start to finish there. So there is a few schools of their events and their labels. And as I wrap up the show, I'll try to get more in here. So I want to keep the show going. All right. So I'm gonna head off into my other segments that we got out here. And we have a fun this or that. It's always good to do this or that with the chat room.
This or that.
All right, here we got a fun this or that coming up here. So let me get that rolling here. Oh, I forgot to go back here. Let me do this. Ooh, there's a lot of questions here. There's the quick Hitting News Bytes. Sorry, I didn't do that. But I am doing this with this or that. Oop, that was not it. Move that down. All right, this is this or that. Whoa, where are you going? This or that. Where am I? And this edition of this or that, this is, I wrote it. Where did I wrote it? Where did you go? I got to make another tab. All right, here we go. Oh, no, there we go. Nope, I don't need it. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. There's the tab. Boom. What to do when you're bored edition, this or that. All right. We got that going on. So we got, what's up, Logan? Says Nebraska Valor just won our first LAN. Awesomeness. Logan, congratulations. Been keeping tabs on the schools. Some of the teams have still been playing, wrapping up some seasons. Some teams have just been into practice mode. But good job. Congratulations, Valorant. We'll talk in the chat. Thanks for jumping in the chat as well to let us know Congratulations. And so Omni Prime, he says, congrats. All right, here we go. So this or that, what to do when you're bored edition. All right, let me get to the tabs here. First one up. When you're bored, what do? You're going to read a book or watch a movie? I know what I'm doing. What's what everybody else doing? Huh? Logan, what do you do when you're bored? Fives, the Bear fan, movie time all day. Yes, watch a movie for me. You know, you can end your day with what? Star Wars, uh, Harry Potter, a horror movie, Jason, Friday the 13th, Fright Night. That's where I'm lying. Or even watch some. Well, no, I could watch one of the movies of One Piece. So there you go. Netflix, yes. Hulu, Prime Video. We got all these streaming apps. You got a movie. If you can't find a movie these days to watch at the theaters or at home, then you're in the wrong app. I'll just say that. You're in the wrong app. So what's up, Akito? So read a book or watch a movie. When you things to do when you are bored. So yeah, I'm movie all day. JFK, yes, indeed. I have a book lined up. Dune. Yeah, I will go there. I've got a couple Star Wars paperbacks that I haven't. I'm about halfway through. I'm almost done. No, I'm about a quarter of way through. Ready Player 2. If you read Ready Player 1, and obviously the movie's out too. Ready Player 2 is also on bookshelves. It's been out for a couple years. That's a book I have to finish though. So there you go. Watch a movie. Yes, all day, every day, watching a movie. All right, next one up. There's some people out here that does this, excuse me. Try a recipe or order takeout from a new restaurant. See, I've been ambitious in doing my Instagram cooks that I follow on Instagram. So recently I've been doing recipes. I've been trying new recipes. I did a brownie one this past weekend. If you see my photo dump that I did today, you'll see the brownies and the sweet potato tortillas I did a couple weeks ago. Turned out great. It was my first time, so they're a little thicker than usual, but the brownies turned out fantastic. Shout out to my man Frank, Chef Boyar Frank hooked it up. But I must say, try a new recipe. I don't mind. I don't mind going to new restaurants. I'm a foodie for sure. But if it's me now, learning how to cook and loving it, I see why people cook. It's another little. It's like playing sports. It's like that high. Like, oh man, you getting your hands dirty, whatever you're mixing up, and then you got to clean up the kitchen, and then take the taste test, right? Taste test and everything. So for me, it's trying a new recipe. We got JFK says cook something new. Akito says take out. I can't cook. Omni Prime says Korean ground beef bowls have led to Korean ground turkey bowls. Highly recommend with jasmine rice. Yum. That does sound delicious, Omni Prime. The Bear fan says, as much as I cook, I enjoy the takeout. Just do not do it. We make everything from scratch. Yes. And that's what I love about cooking. It's from scratch. That is the beautiful part. When things are from scratch, from cookies to spaghetti or to cakes to pies to briskets. Well, meat. Oh, it's so great. It's so good. So I'm definitely a foodie. And then we had what did I see in the chat here? Something. Oh, Akito says also I have a movie lined up too, Dune 2. He's gonna watch the movie, read the book, part 1, and watch the movie. Gotcha. It's just had to know what is a processed food anymore. Exactly. Everything is processed, and it's scary. So avoid the processed foods if you want to have a better health. That's all I'll say about that for now. All right, next item on the list. Listen to music or play a musical instrument. So I say if I was talented enough or if I had known the knowledge of playing an instrument, I would do that. I kind of have a little background in playing guitar, but I didn't finish all my lessons when I was a kid. My guitar broke. So I will listen to music. I say my music that I'm going to pump in my iPod is anywhere from Kendrick Lamar. And what I just listened to just recently was, my phone's right here. Instead of thinking about it. I know his name. I just been rocking him all week long. I don't know how I'm drawing a blank, but that happens when you know. You gonna know when I say his name. He is on here. Where'd he go? Library. Apple Music. Where is he at? Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak, man, he is fire. All his music is just that. I mean, he's rapping. He's got the music. He has new, melodies that just hitting, and he's collaborating with everybody from Kendrick Lamar. I think Taylor Swift he's collaborated with her. And if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong. But Anderson .Paak, I see why he's been a Grammy award winning artist. His stuff is fire. So I'm listening to music because I can't play other than maybe a little bit of guitar here. So Bear Fan says guitar all day. Okay. Omni Prime says best dollar food ratio ever. It says if you tempt me with a Costco dog and soda combo, I'll run sprints to the. Oh, okay. We might have to do that one day, Omni Prime. JFK says, listen to music because Kendrick just flamed Drake. Yes, I've heard about the battle. We got the little rapper battle going on. And Drake, I think Drake is going to continue to get slayed because I don't think he could back up his words. And I'll just keep it as that. All right. This is the second time he's been called out in his career by another rapper in terms of being gangster or being somebody who dropped hot bars. So just saying. Travis Lucas Griffin says, I can't wait to see you put that gold jacket on, bro. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you. I am on the list to go into the NFL Hall of Fame, and now it's just a matter of what year I'm gonna go in. So thank you for that. Euphoria was great. Euphoria, what is that? Somebody's album, Omni Prime, or a TV show? I know it's a TV show on HBO. Aikido says Guitar Hero. He said PDP just came out with Riff Masters sold out everywhere. Basically, new Guitar Hero guitars for current gen consoles for Fortnite, Music Festival, all on the game again, and that's amazing. We could go into a video game and watch a concert. That's so dope. And so, for those who don't know, Epic bought Harmonix. Okay, gotcha. Chris Bound, Ether. So that's with Travis. That's what he's rolling with. And Ether with Quavo from I'm drawing a blank on these rap groups right now. From Migos. Euphoria is the diss song. Oh, that's the name of this diss. Okay. If Omni Prime said it, got in the loop now. So it's the diss song. So this diss song between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, correct? Oh, I'm gonna pull that up after the show today. I'm pulling that up. I gotta hear it because I love the diss songs. It was a diss song back in the 90s between LL Cool J, and if you remember this rapper, and you probably don't because he crushed. This is why you don't know, because LL Cool J went ham on cannabis. The name of the song was Can I Bust? He took his name of the diss song and made it after him. So he started off fire. And he had a rhyme. He had a couple bars in there that said, I'm not going to repeat every word because this is a family-friendly show. But he basically dunks on him no matter what. When he said something crossover, slam on you, dunk on you, blah, blah, blah. So that was, and he named, like I said, that to have that as a diss song named after the person you're dissing, genius. LL Cool J, Todd Smith. Shout out to LL, one of my favorite rappers of all time, here on the Gamers Lounge here. So yeah, all right, we had fun with the musical instruments and music, but you know where I'm at. Music all day. Next one on the list. Call a friend or send a message. So if you're really bored, you're going to sit there and call your homie or your bestie, or you're going to send them a text. I said, when I'm bored, I call my bestie, I call my wife, and I'll call her. Be like, hey, what's up? What you up to? The dogs are doing this, and I'm cooking this or that. Or I'm working out on the treadmill. So that's what I do. I call a friend. I call my bestie, my wife, Marie. So there you go. What about y'all? Y'all calling people? Y'all texting them? What? Call a friend. There you go. Omni Prime. Call a friend. Text. Loses so much tone. Yes, it does. Call a friend. JFK. Yes. You got to be real. You know, it's more real to hear that voice. You got FaceTime too, so I will FaceTime my wife most of the time, and then sometimes when she out with friends, and I'll FaceTime her, and then she don't pick up. She like, I'm like, where you didn't pick up? I know where you are. You out with so and so, and I'm like, all right. Next one on the list here. Let's go pretty fast. We gotta get cooking on here. Peaceful mindfulness or meditate. I've gotten into meditation lately. So for me, meditation, because you got to calm down the mind from this world of chaos around us, right? We got something going crazy on every day, all the day. And sometimes we got to just be grounded back to earth. So I do meditate. I advise you, if you're especially over the age of 40 and you have kids, you want to get into meditation. All right. Meditate, because there's different ways to do so. Exactly. You could have a walking meditation. Meditation don't mean you have to actually sit down and it has to be quiet in the room. You can actually meditate while you're walking, where you just focus on that walk. You turn everything off in your brain other than the function of I'm walking and breathing, and you focus on that walk. Listen, you hear the noises of the streets, the cars driving by, the birds, people coming out their homes, doors shutting, and just kind of get in that. You're so focused on that walk where you just kind of recalibrate your body. You touch grass, as your parents used to say to you when you had to go outside because you're acting crazy in the house. Touch that grass. Mindfulness for Omni, he said, is where I am currently. There you go. And that's another one too that you got. I say both of these are not a hit or miss. This is both hits because both of them bring you down to earth. And I already said it. It recalibrates you and who you are, and you stay. It's easier when you do this weekly, daily. It's easy to stay who you are in life because we got all these distractions. We got all this new technology popping out that wants to take us here, but sometimes going down back to earth is where we need to be. So there you go. All right, a couple more left here for this or that, or one more left. Last one of the day. Do some gardening or rearrange your living space. You know what? I have done both of these being bored. I'll probably get more out of rearranging my living space because I say I'm a perfectionist when it's time to clean up. Me and my wife, we both do this. We have different days. Her days is on a Friday. My days is on a Saturday to clean house. So back-to-back days, our house gets cleaned up in certain areas, if not the whole house together. So for me, it's oh, did I change that? Sorry about that. So me is rearrange living spaces. To the chat, we got JFK says rearrange. We have Omni Prime says I slowly enter into gardening. I like to set it and clean, optimize, and it versus rearrange it. Okay, gotcha. The Bear Fast gardening place can be your living space and your house just somewhere to sleep. There you go. Hey, you can make whatever your space is all in one, right? I've seen online they have a bed that is also a gaming area where the bed flips down into a bed. Then you could fold it up into a gaming chair, and you've got your desk is your headboard where you can game and everything. So like multitasking or multiple areas in one. But when you have to, hopefully you can still woosah in that space there. All right. There's a good section of this or that. All right. Again, for this or that, let me put that here. I think I put that here. So if you're in our Discord, please join it. Put some this or that ideas in there. But I've been on the road, man. My mind has been flowing with this or that ideas. So I will put this in the. Oh, whoa! What did I just do? Oh, I'm typing like crazy and everything disappeared. I didn't like that. That scared me for a second. I was about to put this in the chat, but it didn't work. All right. But then the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, please do. And if you haven't went over to Fight for Rare on Instagram, and they may be on X as well, go to Fight for Rare. So FIGHT for Rare, RARE. Follow, share, read the story of Tommy and his son and his family, Raiden, going through their genetic disorder of UBA5 and then you can also help by buying products like what I have on my head. That's Raiden's logo right there. And he named his son after Raiden from Mortal Kombat. That's what the lightning bolt is for. So you know a little bit. And you can go find out more on the Instagram page. All right. So we're heading into the next segment here. Let me get there. It's games of the week. There we go. And then it's hit the audio here. Game releases of the week, y'all. Here we go.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
Game release of the week, man. It's a fun game. I'm back to my horror. I love my horror video games. Oh, I love horror video games. Let me bring up let me share. Oh, I did. I shared this tab instead. Let me bring it up. And I'm about to roll the video. Boom. I'll let the video do all the talking now. Is it about it? Oh, there we go. I like the music already. They got me with the music. Look that thing. Listen in. Looks like he just got his butt kicked. Ew, I sound creepy and everything. Is that a cockroach? That's a roach going across the screen. Oh yeah, I'm out. And I'm gonna say it in a minute. I'll let this video run. Oh, hey, did his finger just go backwards and by itself? Your finger's not supposed to go that way. It is not supposed to go that way. Game over, man. Game over. Game over, man. Ooh-wee. That is not right. That is all not right here, right? So I'm gonna let that roll again, turn the volume down so I can talk about it now because there's some fun stuff with this game, right? All right, you got Madison. It's on all platforms from Xbox Series X, X and S, PlayStation 5. It is on PlayStation VR 2. So this is a VR game, y'all. Okay. And you see that scene where the hands and you got the bugs everywhere. Oh my God. And the developer here, it's a one-player game at that. So no calling the homies to pull up with you in this game. Developer is Bloodiest Games. You saw that on the video. Publisher is Perp Games. The genre is adventure. Actually came out back in July of 2022. All on the Xbox, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. But now it is out tomorrow on PlayStation VR 2. Mature rating, of course. So this is a first-person psychological horror game. Okay? So what would you do if you woke up locked in the dark room with your hands covered in blood? So in this game, you play as Luca, and you endure brute torture of Madison, a demon that has forced him to continue a gory ritual started decades ago, making him commit abominable acts, and you will be able to finish this. Will you? No, the question is, will you be able to finish this sinister ceremony? So Madison VR now plunges you even deeper into its immersive and terrorizing world with the utilization. Let me loop that right there. Get that going again. Move out the way. Go there. All right, where was I at? With the utilization of an instant camera in your virtual hands, bridge the gap between our world and the unknown. Okay. Snap photos, develop them by yourself to solve puzzles, explore the shadows, and above all, survive. All right. So they have the collector's edition of this game on PS4 and PS5 or Nintendo Switch as well. And you get a nice little bundle of a game cover that says what it says. It says limited edition or collector's edition. You get posed edition items from a t-shirt to a keychain and a key. So that's the big bucks. I'm pretty sure stickers and posters of the game that you could put all around your house and to scare yourself more. And maybe some of your family members too as well. Hold on. I think I got that on the last one there. Go here. I'll go show you what the there it is right there. That's the collector's edition set right there. Can I make that bigger? Nope. It's right there. Oh, I'll go back. Go back. There you go. There's a collector's edition. I don't know what's that. A figure, look like a head, a key ring there. You got sign inlays and all that. So you could get all that if you buy the game, if you want to download the game. I say if you're a horror game player like me, I'm in for that. That's no. Bear fan says that's a no for me. Hey, Bear fan said I'm out. I got a virtual demon possessing me. I don't want to do it. And then the average historian, what's up? My man Jeremy says that's going to be a no for me, dog. Hey, come on, y'all. Y'all don't realize how horror movies and horror video games make you stronger. You learn practical skills, how to survive, how to kill zombies, how to kill vampires, how to not get indoctrinated into the Matrix. And now you got to figure out, make sure this entity in this video game doesn't possess you even more. Come on, guys. Omni Prime, like, nah, he ain't having that. He said, gotta run. All right, man. Omni Prime, have a good rest of your Wednesday. All right. And Bear Fan says, bruh, you grow up in my area, Ouija boards are real. Wait, okay. Yep. You had me at Ouija. I don't mess with those either. I do watch the movies that are out, but don't mess with a Ouija board. Please do not mess with the Ouija board. It is not safe. It's not smart. All right. Average historian says, LOL, I could barely handle MA games back in the day. MA, mature games? Is that what you're referring to? In the day, I can't imagine what the rating is. Yeah, he's talking about MA. What the rating is now. Well, this one just said horror. Said mature. There you go. There's the rating right there. It is mature. All right. So that is the game of the week here on the show. And oh my God, I had so much fun talking about that horror game. It's so fun. And we're at close to the end of the show here. Coming up the last segment. Let me get ready for it. We've been watching and now talking about Shogun season 1 on Hulu. Where I'm going brand here. So we're going to what's on stream, y'all.
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
Okay. Oh, pause it. He was going to keep going. All right. So let me take that one off so you can see my face. So we got What's on Stream. We got season 2. Episode 2, not season 2. I'm way ahead of myself there. There we go. So we got episode 2 coming at you for Shogun. And now, let me see here. We got a lot of another good episode where we know the setup. We have 5, rulers in the area of Osaka. And now in this episode, we take a kind of a look back at the one leader that was there before he had passed away. And that is, so you got Blackthorn's arrival in Osaka stirs up a hornet's nest of rivalries coming on. So Mariko is trapped between her cause and her faith when she must translate to the barbarian into Lord Tadaranga's custody. So Tadaranga's right there, and we're learning about the culture. We're learning about what's going on in the Osaka territory. It's the politics. It's the families. The families fighting for rule and fighting for just the kingdom and their brothers basically. But that's obviously how it goes. And these are actual renderings or photos of the samurais. I did some homework. So the Shogun is not messing around. So you're taking real depictions of the samurais that were in these areas taking over and trying to rule the land that was theirs or was not theirs to get the rule over it. So, did you ever get the charity channel set up on Discord? Not yet. Let me do that. Right, summer's coming up, the Bear fan, so I have time for that. There's a lot of stuff I got to catch up on. I got jerseys to send out to everybody that earned them and everything. So, but with Shogun here, let me click on out of here. Get on to the rest of it. So you have Blackthorns, who is the pirate that landed and got caught. And so now Taranga found and saw, well, that's the old emperor. I believe maybe their dad. Don't quote me on that. Maybe, but obviously a ruler from the area that actually passed down all the power to the sons. And so he passed away a year ago. And now that's why you have the battling back and forth. And this right here is pretty cool. This is the opening show intro now that we saw. We didn't see this last episode. They had the boat coming in real quiet with all the mist and everything. But this is the show's opening. The music, I don't have it up playing right now because it's somebody talking over it. But if you watch the series, the hearing music, it reminds you something between Game of Thrones and Westworld as well. So very cool opening. I like the boat. I like the little sand as the water the boats are traveling through, but it shows you what goes on, where the territory's at in terms of who's approaching who's fighting who. And obviously, they're coming from great distances to make things go down in the fight of power among the shoguns. So check your Discord message there. All right, Bear fan, I will do that. So this is Blackthorn here that has his hands tied up, and that's Toraranga, one of the emperors or one of the rulers in the area. And he is finding out that Blackthorn is a great navigator. He saw him in the first episode get the boat out of the storm, and that right there was told to Tataranga. And so now he knows he's obviously worth his weight in gold. But now he's trying to interview him, and he have two people there. He has Mariko and this priest that is a Portuguese priest. I forgot to grab his name, but he's a Portuguese priest. So he has the priest and Mariko, and I say he, Tataranga, because he doesn't trust the priest's translation of communicating with Blackthorn here. So obviously it's a lot of trust gain and loss during these times because of the language barrier. And so Tataranga, not trusting the priest, has Mariko also translate in the same room to make sure what he's telling him is the truth. So he knows what's going on. He's asking the right questions to Blackthorn so he could learn from him where he's been with his boat, with his travels, and how he can help him and his nation to fight. Because obviously having control over water and land, having an army, having a naval fleet, all that is part of any ruler's, I say, inventory of soldiers. You got the land soldiers. You see that video there of the shogun fighting on land. That's the hand-to-hand combat. Then you have the naval fleet on water coming in to take over the shores here. And I haven't so just having that going on, that transpire, it's a lot going on in this. I say, and it's most of the show is, what is it? Closed caption. So you got to read. So there's a lot of reading going on here, but you're finding out a lot about their characteristics more and more. Some scenes there is some English, there's spoken word that we can understand among the ones, Blackthorn and some of the other Portuguese people that are there in the area do speak English. So then you could kind of grasp that language, but it's a lot of reading. Just know that in this series as well. So be aware of the reading. Be aware that with that reading, you better not miss a line because you're going to try to figure out who this is. So that is one of the women that is part of Taranga's, I believe that's Mariko's husband. And so he is, under rule. His wife works for the ruler of the area. So is basically trying to be a husband to her, but knowing she may have a little bit more power than he does, being that she's an assistant to the ruler of the area, Tataranga. So that is what all the power plays that are going on in this series here. That's Tataranga. And his brothers are behind him, or his servants are behind him. And these servants are very loyal. And everything, like in the culture that this is, everything is by the book. So when you hear the talk and you hear the conversations and the visual of them when they're looking at each other, not blinking, basically not smiling and giggling, is a lot of straightforward faces like you see on the screen here, that show you the culture that was. And when you were around, these folks are royalty too, in the same setting. So I like it because you see, like, I'm learning the culture of the Shogun, and just seeing that. And I already knew they were by the book, they were by a certain law, and you got to abide by that. If not, you're gonna get your hand cut off or your foot cut off. Because I know towards the end of this episode here, there was an assassin that breached the kingdom, or breached their home, and assassinated some of the, I say, family members, and I believe Tataranga's family. But Tataranga knew something might come like this, an attack, but they're actually coming to to kill Blackthorn because of what he knows about being a sailor on the water. And so everybody thought it was an attempt to kill Tataranga, but it was not an attempt to kill him. It was an attempt to kill Blackthorn. So there is some spoilers. I didn't tell you this before I started. If you want to watch it, there's some spoiler alerts, because I'm gonna give out spoilers. So just know that. Sorry about that late on the reminder there. So we had right at the end was the big attack on Tataranga and his area, but they were attacking to find Blackthorn and trying to kill him, because obviously him knowing and getting befriended by Tataranga, they will have somebody that can help guide them on the oceans between Osaka and the neighboring islands in the area in terms of battle. And so this guy here that's talking to Blackthorn is telling him that, hey, you're valuable. They got you here, and they have you alive because they know what you have the power of doing. You can navigate the water. That was a big thing back then. There was no jets, no submarines. It was just boats and arrows. No, I don't think guns are around, or not even in Osaka yet. But in this time, if you have somebody that can navigate the water precisely and know how to avoid certain things, then you have somebody of very great power and a well-organized. I say they understand the technology that they're dealing with, which is obviously navigating the boat, using a compass, things of that nature. So, all right, we got episode 3 next week. Can't wait for that. So this episode was called Servants of Two Masters. And, like in the TV series, they play on 2 words, because obviously Blackthorn is now subservient to Lord Tataranga, so that is his master. And then Mariko is also, she's not married to Tataranga, but she answers him as one of his translators in his his cabinet of leaders, his office of people, as you could say, that help him make decisions in terms of battle, conversate with people, making sure they have that respect, and they understand that you're a part of this team. You got to help me translate so I can understand what's going on around me. So that is episode 2 of Shogun, Servants of Two Masters. And hey, if you want to, get cultured, you want to learn some interesting things, and then do your homework after watching episodes of Shogun, definitely do that. Jump into this series. Just remember, you will be reading quite a bit of caption. Just know that. All right. So with that being said, I am wrapping up this Gamers Lounge. This been a fun episode, man. I love the chat. I'll say Rico and John. I know Rico was sick, so hopefully he gets better. John had work and couldn't make it in quite today, but that's okay. They'll be back. Hopefully be back next week. Hopefully Rico's feeling better. So shout out to them as well. Always a part of the Gamers Lounge. If they end this episode or not in the episode. So Rico, there's Rico. You can follow him on X and Twitch and Instagram as well. And for me, here we go. I'll put up my what I do here on Instagram and X. Ahman Green 30, all one word. We're on TikTok, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. And TikTok, I just heard talking to my students in class today, will be shutting down soon. I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, because of the whole government thing going on with TikTok and it being from overseas. So yeah, TikTok might be shutting down sooner or later. So like, dang, just another app gone. If it does happen, we don't know. But you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram and on X, Facebook, Ahman Green. What else? I said Instagram, Facebook. Oh, LinkedIn as well. And I forgot, streaming on all these apps, streaming on Facebook right now, streaming on Instagram, streaming on YouTube, Twitch. Follow me, Ahman Green TV. Please follow me there. I will be gaming really soon. The summer is coming up, so I'll be able to game and do that fun stuff I love to do. X, and also on Instagram Live. We're live on Instagram now. I'm about to get ready to shut this thing down. But, like, follow, share. Go download the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And please do jump in the Discord. I'll put the Discord link in there one more time for anybody that missed it from earlier. Jump in the Discord, and you can find out more information. You'll see the after show clips that will be up tomorrow. My man, the average historian, that's my guy. He always helps out with fantastic clips from the show, and that's where you can like, follow, subscribe, and all that fun stuff there. And we got summer coming up for everyone, and I've got some good things coming down the line for 2024 and into 2025, making some connections. Eventually we'll bring them into the Gamers Lounge and into Ahman Green TV as well. So I'm super excited to make those announcements later this year and starting in the summer. And I'll be traveling quite a bit this summer, so I'm gonna try to get a lot of content on the road, doing some stuff, shooting from the hip, streaming from my phone, being captured from the events I will be attending this year, autograph signings, things of that nature, cons that were coming up. I'll be able to go to San Diego Comic-Con this summer. And so I'm super, super excited about that. And so that'll be San Diego. That'll be nice weather as usual. And any other comic books or movies or TV or video game stuff will be announced. You'll hear it from me. I will be streaming from Comic-Con this year and any other event that I go to capture content. All right. So if you have not follow me, follow Rico, follow John as well. He's part of this show. And I hope everyone have a great rest of your Wednesday hump day. Okay. Peace. All right. I got to do all this stuff now. I got to go here. Start on the music first. Music's always good. Music. And then there we go. Turn it on. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna say bye.